Hey everyone. No one's on here yet, but I feel like when you watch these things on Instagram later, it's always very awkward in the very beginning. So that's why I'm filling the air with this awkward talking. But today I have Lindsay Weiss from Coco and Cashmere, so it's going to be a good one. We're going to do some fun DIYing. And oh, looks like she's here, so I don't have to awkward talk that long today. And then an awkward smile while you wait for the connection.
Hi.
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 How are you?
So stressful. I'm like, request.
It's just so funny. I was talking with my friend the other day about how the lives, like when you watch them, they're just so awkward. It's like stressful watching because you're like, this person's just sitting there and they're like, hi, I'm just waiting. What's up? And it's just so awkward.
That's why at 2:30 I'm like, request. How are you?
I said, like, you know what, the next time I do a live, I'm just going to fill the awkward air and I'm just going to talk and be like, I know this is awkward, but you're watching me anyway, so here we go.
Hi.
Hi, thanks for coming on. This is awesome.
I know, I'm so excited.
I know, I can't believe we haven't done this sooner. I can't believe we haven't connected sooner.
I know, but I have to say, I mean, I met like the most amazing people during like this whole crisis, and like you're one of them. Like I feel like I always followed you, but like I feel like we actually connected recently, and I'm so excited about that.
I know, me too. I was telling my friend the other day, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm really excited for the Snap series on Wednesday because Lindsay and I like don't know each other. We're
and we do similar
friends.
things. And we do similar things too.
And we do similar things. And it's very strange that we haven't bumped into each other and haven't connected before. Well, now I'm glad that we have.
And now we'll have to meet in real life.
I know. Now we'll have to meet in real life if that ever happens anytime soon. But it's going to happen again. So we will.
It will.
Well, thank you for coming on the Nap series. Everyone, if you don't know Lindsay already, she is a stylist, a fashion editor, and she used to be in magazines, and now not now, but the founder of Coco and Cashmere.
Right. And
you just wear many hats. You're an entrepreneur. I love it.
Thanks. Well, just like you. But yeah, so I'm a stylist, a blogger. Like Jasmine said, I worked in magazines for many years and then kind of pivoted because my favorite part was styling. You know, like you, I know you love to style. So I ended up just launching my own personal styling company. So I have clients in the city, remote, kind of, especially now, like all over the place. And then I shop for people too, like virtually, so they can have a whole spring shopping list or fall, whatever it is, or for a special occasion and be done. So it's easy.
Is your styling company, is it called something different? Or are you all Coco and Cashmere?
No, it's just me.
It's just you. Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure. I'm like, is there something I'm missing that I didn't already mention?
Nope. I'm a one-woman show.
I love it. Okay, so I want to get right into it because we also have a fun DIY, but I have some questions and I want to talk it out with you because I know a lot of your followers. I mean, you have a very big fan base and I'm sure that they have burning questions. So anyone that's on here, if you want to ask questions, feel free and then we'll get to them. But I guess my first thing is because you're also a mom and I love connecting with other moms that work and especially in this industry because it's so tough sometimes. And I guess my question is that with the whole mom juggle, right? Working and being a mom, we all know that there's no balance. But how do you deal with the mom guilt? Because everyone talks about like, there's no balance and you just, you know, you go from here and there, which is so true.
Right.
But no one ever really talks about the mom guilt.
I definitely have mom guilt. And when I do, and I always put my kids first, obviously. But when I do have the guilt, I just try to think like, I'm trying to like be an example to them, you know, like you. I'm trying to work. I want them to like realize the importance of, you know, working and doing something that you're passionate about. So it actually, to me, it doesn't even feel like work. I mean, I love it so much. I love my clients. I love writing. I love blogging. I love connecting with people on Instagram. So I do feel guilt sometimes, but I try like not to go there and to just focus on the positive, because if I do, I feel like it could be like going down a whole rabbit hole. Do you know what I mean? Like a black hole. And especially during this, when I was trying to get my, you know, I had to work out in the morning, which I never worked out so much because like, you know, I love my Melissa Wood workouts. I would wake up extra early to do it because I like needed time to myself for my sanity. And if I didn't have 20 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever it was, like I would not be my best version for them, for me, for anybody the whole day. No, so I think during this, it's just like realizing also I'm not meant to be a teacher. I'm not a chef. You know, I've obviously like learned how to cook better, and that was fun for a while, although now I'm like back to like I don't ever want to cook again, although I am. But like I just realized like we're not meant to do certain things, especially now. So like, you know, we focus on what we should be doing, and the rest is like whatever. If things slip by, they slip by. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I agree. Although you are cooking a lot and you share a lot of recipes. I mean, it's amazing.
I do. You know what? Because I'm sure you can relate. First of all, when this started, it was like I felt so guilty, and I couldn't be like, oh, you need the new Balenciaga bag and you need this and high low and this and that. It's like people are losing their jobs, people are home, nobody knows what's happening the next day. So I've kind of like shifted to just be like, okay, here's more of a glimpse into my life. You know, obviously I'm fashion based, but it's also like a lifestyle. It's like things go into it. We work out, we eat, things like that. So I couldn't really be creative in like the shopping and the styling sense of it, except getting like sweats under $50 for people and things like that. So I kind of turned my focus to be like, okay, let me try to figure out new recipes or work on ones that people already created and replicate those. So yeah, that was fun.
I think that that's what everyone, obviously that's what's relevant right now. And it's a really tricky time to talk about fashion, especially because, you know, the reasons that you're talking about, of course, people are not going out and buying those things. People are losing their jobs. People are in really tough times. But also us personally, I mean, as a stylist, I can't pretend and say like, yeah, go buy this, you know, super expensive. I'm not buying that. And that's not in my life right now. So it would be really inauthentic for me to tell someone, you should be going out and you should be buying this. This is what you should be wearing. Even though I'm home in my sweatpants right now, cooking whatever, eating everything out of my snack drawer, I'm telling you that you need to be in a full look. Like that just would not fly.
And that's a sense of, I mean, we're talking about guilt. That's a sense of guilt. Like I would have felt so guilty because somebody might be like, I have $100 to spend, and like, okay, I'm going to spend it all on that. But it's like, no, don't buy the fashion right now. Work with what you have in your closet. Like we're doing a DIY today, you know, like figure out what you have and go from there. And like you, I mean, I know you and I love our Zara. We both like love it.
Oh yeah.
But it's like all about the high low. Like I never tell my clients, you know, like go to Bergdorf and like buy a head to toe look that's like a few $1,000s. I mean, if that's what they want, great. But I'm all about the Zara $19 t-shirt mixed with like the Chanel flats and the, you know, the whatever bag, like that kind of thing. So yeah.
Well, that was the whole reason that I started this Nap series anyway. Of course, I wanted to do something fun and creative, but I wanted to do something that was inspiring and talking about, you know, getting creative using exactly what you have at home. And obviously things have opened up a little bit, and we can all go outside a little more than we could in March when we were literally just inside and like getting deliveries, you know, to our doorstep. But I still am I just love this concept of using exactly what you have. And it can be from your closet. It can be when you're cooking something in the kitchen. And that's why it's been so fun. Every guest that I've had, and of course as moms, but I think just anyone in general, mom or not, to be able to take that break for yourself in the day to do something creative, whatever that is.
Exactly.
I think it's really important.
I agree.
But so when you're doing like a closet, I don't want to call it a closet overhaul because I know you don't do overhauls, but when you're working with a client and you go into someone's closet, where do you start? I know that you have sort of your signature system, but can you tell me a little bit more about it?
So sure. So I do the whole overhaul. So I have to say a lot of times when I go, sorry, I'm standing like in my room. Okay. Can you see me okay?
Yeah.
So a lot of times when I go to clients, they're like, oh my God, you're going to freak out. You've never seen a closet like this. I've seen everything and I don't judge. It's like I always say, it's like you go to the doctor and you're like the dermatologist, you're like, oh my God, I have something on my arm, but like that's their job. Like whatever body part, that's their job. So like for me, I'm going into your closet, you're hiring me to do this. That's my job. I don't care what I'm seeing. I don't care what, you know, whatever it is. So a lot of times, actually not a lot. I feel like people now like get it, but sometimes people will be like, you know, I already purged everything. Let's just go through and put outfits together. And once I'm there, it's like, do you really wear this or this, you know, this top you had from 9th grade that is a stain? And like they go through and they end up getting rid of like half of their wardrobe. So they either, you know, they donate, whatever they end up doing with it. Not wasting it obviously, but yeah, so that starts. And then it's like, okay, let's start fresh. So I like to be able to move the hangers back and forth. Who likes a stuffed closet? Which is why people end up gravitating towards the same like 5 things they wear because they don't even want to deal. They can't focus in the morning. It's like, you can't see it, right? So like I love, you know, okay, you might have 100 things in your closet and you might get rid of 80. Well, you know what? The 20 that are left, great. Those might be the 20 things that you wear and you can mix and match. I do not have a big closet. I actually don't have a lot of things, but I mix and match in ways where like, you might be like, oh, I never saw that tank top. Oh, well, I wore this Saturday night and I wore it here, but I wore it with a maxi skirt or this. And today I'm wearing it with necklaces. However it is, I just think more is not more. And and I do believe in investing in certain things. So it's like, you know what? Those $250 jeans, yeah, maybe that's crazy, but if those are the best fitting jeans and you feel so good in those and you're going to have those for the next 15 years or whatever it is, like, great. So we go through, so I end up putting outfits together. I have a labeling system, or we do pictures. I also pack my clients up. So I was in the city a few weeks ago packing a client up for the Hamptons for, over a month. So we put, it's not just throwing stuff in a bag, because then that's stressful. Or like, when people used to go on vacation, I did a lot of packing people for vacation, because you get to your hotel, you're paying a fortune for. Nobody wants to be standing there being like, oh my God, I'm stressed out. What am I wearing? My husband's calling me for dinner. I don't know what to wear. So I strategically plan out, here's your color scheme even. We're doing neutrals. You're going to pack one pair of heels for night, maybe 2 pairs for during the day. Here's your workout outfit for Monday. Here's your night outfit for Monday. Here's your daytime outfit, whatever it is. So it's completely planned out. So it's obviously, it's a luxury, but at the same time, it gives you minutes back of your vacation and you don't have to stress. And it's like you're packing a carry-on instead of packing 10, suitcases.
Right. So if you're not doing a vacation or a specific small period of time, when you are doing just closet in general, when you leave there, are you leaving them with outfits, or how do you leave them with like outfits, and then they continue to kind of be in conversation with you of, hey, should I wear this? Or do you leave them, do you teach them, so to speak? Yeah. Like, you leave them with these tools.
Right. 100%, kind of everything plus the tools. So once I go through and everything's edited down, I'm now putting the pieces together. So this amazing gray t-shirt is perfect with these, cropped jeans or whatever it is. Now, do you have a great pair of black ballet flats? Oh, you don't have a pair? Okay. So I keep an ongoing list, and usually the client wants me to then do like a shop for them. So it can either be in person. Obviously now that's a lot harder, but for the most part, most of my clients like when I do it online. So I end up coming back to them with my whole detailed list, whether it's like you need a few great spring dresses, you need the ballet flat, you need a pair of cargo pants, whatever it is. And I narrow it down so they can simply click and be like, okay, that's it right there, and like buy everything. So it can be for a special event, or it can be for a season. Like, it totally depends. And then a lot of clients have amazing things. They don't need that much. So it's just like, okay, you need a trench coat, you need this and that, you need a great moto boot, and like, you're set. And I put all their outfits together so they know, oh, this can be worn 18 different ways or whatever it is. And they have everything labeled, or we do photo books so they can see everything, like just by looking in their phone and saying, Monday I'm wearing this, Tuesday I'm wearing this, Wednesday I'm wearing this, especially like if you're going to work or wherever you're going, and it's done. And I also am a big believer, sorry, I'm talking. I'm a big believer in changing after you work out. So as cute as you can look when you're working out, it's important to shower and like put the clothes on, because you just feel 10 times better about yourself. And you know what? A lot of us have these clothes and we don't wear them because we're like, oh, we're going right to the soccer field and pick up and this and that. And then it's 8 o'clock at night and you're like, oh my God, I don't like, even like putting on
I'm still in my leggings.
Yes. And even like I put on my highlighter, my bronzer, mascara. It's like 3 things every day, but I just feel like better about myself. And that's how it is with dressing also, as you know.
Yeah. I need you to come in and do my class.
I know.
It's like I can do anyone else's, and then mine, I'm like, oh, forget it.
Oh, and I do it remotely for people too. So like, especially I had clients before, but now during this, I like go through, they send me a little video, and then we actually go through piece by piece. And then just like as if I was with somebody, oh, you don't have this, you don't have that, you don't have a great denim skirt, denim shorts, whatever. I go through, and I also learn somebody's style like immediately. So I realize like, oh, I know you're the type of person who goes to Ann Taylor and you buy 18 of the same shirt because it was on sale for $5.99 and you don't wear any of that. Like, stick to the gray, white, and black because that's what works best. So... And it's also not like, it's like people can have me on speed dial. Like I always say, you're going to like the bar mitzvah tomorrow, don't stress out. Just like text me. I know what everybody has. It's like a Rolodex in my head. Text me, call me, be like, which bag am I wearing with that the black Badgley Mishka dress? And I'll tell you, put the Chanel with this, put the Stuart Weitzman shoe, whatever it is. So I kind of like learn what everybody has, and it's not like a one and done. It's like, I'm here for you.
Right. Okay. So one of the things that I really love, I think that you haven't really touched on yet, but I love that you talk about confidence in women and really just being excited about what they have in their closet, of course, after you purge. But it's not necessarily going out and buying a million new things. It's about loving what you have and
100%.
owning your style. And that's what I'm all about. I think that style should be really fun, and it shouldn't take too much time. You should get in and get out. You shouldn't be stressing, and be able to live your life. And so what do you do in your process while you're doing all of that, and you're doing your clean outs and you're, organizing things? But what is something that you do to sort of help build that up in women? Because not everyone has that, and it also doesn't come right away.
Right. I have to say, I have like a special relationship with like every one of my clients. I don't have like anybody who's crazy. Like, I love them all. So I feel like everybody I mean, I've had women who've had double mastectomies. I've had this, and they end up honestly in a couple of hours walking around completely naked in front of me, because it's like we have this comfort level. And also it's like, you think that looks terrible on you. First of all, why are you wearing that size jean? That's not your size. And they're like, but I thought I was that size. Right. And then you realize like you're 2 sizes smaller than you should, like you're buying the wrong size. And then they're like, oh. And then a lot of people also are like, I have been putting it off. I don't want to work with a stylist because, you know, I have 10 pounds to lose or whatever it is. And the truth is, if you just get a few like key pieces while you still have those 10 pounds on you, and you're like, okay, these are the jeans and they're fitting me for now. And then as you lose the weight, it's like, oh, these are now getting bigger. Okay, I'm getting more confident. I can now, like, you know, in a few weeks or a few months, whatever it is, get the clothes that I actually want. But if you end up wearing, like I always say, like the elastic waist, and trust me, I love my sweatpants, but it's like, if you're just,
no, I know.
I mean, everybody was in them all during quarantine. I get it. I was like the crazy one who would like still like, my husband's like, where are you going? I'd put on like my top and my jeans just to like go upstairs, because I was like, I need to like feel like somebody.
Like, I have to do this.
I'm like, I'm walking on the driveway. What do you mean? I have to put on my Love Shack, you know, blouse and whatever. And I did. I mean, I'm like crazy like that. But no, I love my sweatpants. But if you're always in like the workout clothes also, I feel like it gives you permission to be like, okay, I can eat this for lunch or whatever, because like you don't feel it. And then you regret it later and you're like, you put the jeans on and you're like, shoot, this doesn't, you know, this doesn't fit.
No, I hear you.
So
when you're cleaning out your closet, for people who aren't going to bring someone like you in for a whole huge overhaul, if they want to do it themselves and they want to just start organizing, let's say they take that first step.
Right.
If there's one tip that you can give to taking, I mean, it's daunting. So if there's one tip that you can give to make people be like, okay, just do this.
Right.
Start here. What is it?
Take every piece out, hold it up, and be like, does this serve me? Does this, like, you know, it's like the Marie Kondo, like, does this bring me joy? And if you're like, I don't know, get rid of it. Because I have to say, you're not going to miss it. Like, you're literally, the only thing that I tell people, because this is like what I do, like I like some vintage, like from even like sample sales from back in the day, like Gucci and YSL blouses. I'm not wearing them right now, but I'm not getting rid of those, because those are like beautiful pieces. Like, they're vintage at this point. So even if it's like designer, I tell somebody, I'm like, so you're going to get $50 for it, big deal. Keep it, you know, for things like that. But pull every piece out. And if you're like, I haven't worn this in over a year, get rid of it, you know?
Right. I mean, I feel like that is a huge thing. You don't realize how important it is to actually pull everything out.
100%.
Like, literally pull it out.
Totally.
And then put the pieces back in that you want to put back in.
And
because
like
it's actually hard to organize if you don't just pull it all out and completely empty the closet, which I actually didn't know until like the past couple of years. I used to just like organize while things were in my closet, and you end up standing like in a pile of just 100%.
And if you're left, like I said, with 10 things, that's okay. Like, you'll end up building on your wardrobe, but you need to get back to like the basics and those staples and work from there.
Yeah. Okay, I want to ask you a little bit. I'm going to pivot about your career and just kind of where you are today and building up to this point. I think that it's really easy to look on social media and think that people are an overnight success. And it's really easy because everyone's posting their highlight reels. And so can you give a little bit of advice to people, whether they're in fashion or otherwise, as they're building careers, just how you've dealt over the years with getting the no emails, and how you've kind of, you know, how do you celebrate the yeses and try not to focus on the no's, because there's a lot of no's in our industry, but it happens in every industry.
Totally. I've always said, so, I mean, I feel like I'm like dating myself, but when I started, so I was Nina Garcia's second assistant. Okay. So I was working like, not even for her, it was like for the assistant who would like relay the messages. And I put my time in there. And I have to say, like, it wasn't all enjoyable at all, but I like learned so much, and I felt like I had to be there like at the ground up, and like learning how to do this, learning how to do that, how to like, you know, get the messenger to do this, whatever it is. And like, I just took things from every job. And I knew what I wanted to do. So, you know, I knew I ultimately wanted to be a stylist. I knew I wanted to, at that point, you know, work in magazines. So I was like, I'm not going to work in a different industry. And I just kept like plugging away. I did internships in college. I realized, so I went to Cornell, I studied fashion design. I did not like the design part of it at all. So my first internship was with Malia Mills, the bathing suit designer. And once I saw what went into it, I was like, I don't want to do this. So I obviously graduated with the degree in fashion design because I love fashion. It's the only thing I could ever see myself doing. But I knew I didn't want the design aspect. Then I got an internship at 17 magazine with a stylist. And I was like, oh my God, this is like everything for me. So I just like kept following that. But it's true. It's like, I went on so many interviews. I can't even tell you. And like in our industry, I mean, I assume this still happens, but it was like people would tell me like, it's your industry. It's crazy. People wouldn't even like write you back to say you didn't get the job or like we went with a different guy. It was just nothing. It was like silence. I faxed my resumes to places, like silence. And it was crazy. So I just feel like in my head, I was like, this is what I'm meant to do. I'm just going to keep going. And, you know, even today, it's like certain things. I'm like, I want that project. Maybe it doesn't work out, or I thought that was going to happen and it didn't. And I just like, I mean, every day I remind myself, like, I still have a goal. And like, I read somewhere, I was listening to a podcast recently, and they said, like, don't think of the grand scale goal of like, I want my own fashion line. Like, no, that's not realistic right now. What I want to do is be on another podcast. What I want to do is work on my collaboration I'm doing with the brand. Things that I can have like a 2-month goal, a 6-month goal, things like that. Mm-hmm. Because then ultimately I feel like it leads up to like, you know, what we actually like, just, you know, I can't even say the end game because it's all like a work in progress, but I think it's shorter goals. And like you said, like realizing, because I know I'm sure you don't, like realizing like this is such an accomplishment. Like I'm working on something with a brand, like, wow, I've always wanted to do something like this. And like, I'm actually getting to do it. And instead of being like, okay, email's done, on to the next project, whatever. It's like, no, like, I'm like really excited. They chose me to do this, you know, and kind of celebrating, like you said, like the victories.
Yeah, I think it's really important because I don't know, everyone's so fast moving right now and people are always on to the next thing. And I'm the exact same way. And I think it's really important to celebrate the yes emails, the responses, the collaborations, the things that do happen, and focus on positive things. Just as much, if not more, than, you know, the negative things, because we all tend to go that other direction for sure.
And even like, I mean, look, you and I connected over Instagram, but like even that, like, I love like the people, I mean, I hate to say followers because I don't like that term, but like the people who are like following, like it's a true, genuine connection. It's people who are DMing me things or asking advice or like, can you send me the link to this or whatever it is. Like I know what's going on in certain people's lives. So even that, or like connecting with somebody, even like when you and I connected, I was like, oh my God, I've always been a fan of yours. Like things like that. Like that's a victory.
It's really, no, and it's all these really great connections. And I love that fashion can do that and make those connections. It's definitely a bridge for sure. But it's a positive aspect of social media, which I love.
Yes, great.
I always love to ask everyone about what is their secret sauce that sets them apart. We all have it. We all have something that sets us apart. What is your secret sauce?
Oh my God, Jasmine. Oh my, can you give me an example? I don't know.
I mean, I can tell you what I think your secret sauce is.
What? What do you think? I answer my DMs. I don't know. What's my secret sauce?
No, I think that it's your approach. I think that your approach about, you know, giving women confidence. And I loved how on your site you say that you go in and you edit people's closets. You don't necessarily wipe them clean and tell them what to wear. And I think that there's something to be said about that. I don't know if you agree, but I just personally
actually
and I don't know you that well. So I'm sure that there's a lot more to your secret sauce that I still have to learn.
No, but on that note, I actually agree with you that I always say like fashion isn't just clothes at all. Like style is so much more. And it's true. I think it really does. Like, you know, a stylist or whatever, it is a luxury, but it truly changes the way, it changes your mindset. You put on an outfit you love in the morning. Like I have so many clients like, oh, I threw this on. Oh, I didn't want anybody to see me at the grocery store, whatever. It's like, you should walk out. If you bump into who knows who, like, great, you look your best, you feel your best. Not like, oh my God, why did I go out of the house? Like you should feel your best in whatever you're wearing. So yeah, I think a lot of it, you know, it's you put on the outfit that you feel good in the morning, you do your bronze or whatever, or nothing, or just mascara, whatever. You walk out of the house, you feel confident. It's like such a different feeling. When you're confident, you end up getting the job. You end up making that connection. Like it just changes. It shifts like your entire day. Yeah. And also just not giving a fuck. Like I've just like learned over the past, like even sometimes now I have to remind myself, oh, this person did this or that. It's like, I don't care. I have my health. I knock on wood. I have my family. It's like everything else is like the icing on the cake, and fuck the haters, you know?
Yeah. I listened to a podcast with Michelle Obama, and I always remind myself of this one thing that she said. And it's on the same lines of, she said, walk your own walk. Like, just do your own thing. Don't try to walk someone else's walk.
Like, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Yeah, and that's why I love this question. I asked every one of my guests. I love this question because I think it needs to be celebrated, what sets us apart from each other. I mean, there is hundreds and hundreds of stylists. There are hundreds of fitness influencers, there, whatever. I mean, I could go on. There's hundreds of doctors. There's all different industries, and there's a place for everyone. There's room for everyone, and the reason there is because we all bring something different, and we all, you know, completely different, and bring something else to the table. So I just love to hear.
I like that question.
Yeah, I love to hear what people think their secret sauce is, because one, I genuinely want to know, but I think it's important for people to celebrate it too in themselves. And a lot of times guests are kind of like, oh, I don't really know, but you should celebrate that about yourself because it's something that sets you apart. And that's why you have so many followers that love you.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet.
Of course. I mean, every word of it. Okay. So I want to get to our DIY, but I have a couple of quick fire questions for you. These are fun ones. Okay. Ready? What's your power color?
My power color?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Does gray count?
Yeah, gray can
count. I like gray. Okay.
Gray can count. Gray can be your power color.
Gray or purple? I like purple too.
Okay. What's the most ridiculous thing you bought in quarantine?
I just bought a pair. Well, I don't think it's ridiculous, but I just bought a pair yesterday or 2 days ago of YSL boots on Saks because they were on sale from $1,000 to like $400. And I'm not wearing black boots right now because it's 90 degrees, but I know come like December and like I'm gonna want these boots.
You know, come December 2021, you're gonna be like, I am so glad I bought these a year and a half ago.
And they're classic. And I don't like to invest in things that I'm like, oh, it's so trendy, I'm not gonna like want it. Like they're classic, so I was like, I'll be good with these. And I don't have a good pair of black like going out at night boots, so those.
That's a fun one.
Wait, I have one more. And a hot tub. We bought like one of those big inflatable hot tubs. And like then like a week later, they were like nowhere to be found. And this thing has like cost us an arm and a leg. We had to put a new electrical line in and this and that. But it's like the most fun, most amazing thing. But that was like a little crazy of a purchase.
Yeah, no, I love that's what I want to hear. Those funny things because everyone has them. Your go-to quarantine snack. Okay.
I love Unreal. You know the chocolate peanut butter, like the almond butter, dark chocolate almond butter cups.
I don't.
Oh my God. So Unreal is the brand. They're like my favorite. They come like in a bag. You get them like any market or like Amazon, and they come individually wrapped. So like Justin's, I think might come two. These are one.
Yeah.
And then they also make these coconut dark chocolate bars that taste like mounds, but they're like 70 or 80 calories and like 5 grams of fat, and they're like the best thing ever. So I like love those.
Okay. What is one thing that people don't know about you?
One thing people don't know, I guess I used to be a figure skater, but people might know that. Like a competitive skater up until college.
That's cool. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I guess that's like, and I used to always, I mean, I've always known I love fashion. Like it was the only thing I could ever imagine doing in my entire life. But when I was little, I used to work with like a designer and like work up, like do my, the costumes. Like it was like the velvet dresses and like this and that. So I used to kind of like design my own costumes. I'd like give her inspiration and we worked together. And actually on that note, I have a really quick funny story. So I went to Chelsea Piers one day to ice skate years ago, and I hadn't skated, been on my skates, but it's like riding a bike for the most part. Like in a few years, I live in Tribeca, take the bus, over there, and it's only me during the day. I must be like 27. I don't even know, 26. Anyway, get over there. I'm wearing my outfit still fits me. I'm in like my brown chocolate velvet outfit with like my the skirt that like flares out with like my new tights, and I get there and everybody's in like Lululemon like leggings and like cool sweatshirts, and I literally was like right out of like 1984, and it was like mortifying. Like I got on the ice, I was like, I can't believe I just like dated myself like this, like in my full costume with like the tutu.
You were like ready for a performance.
It was like real. I'm like, I see I used to be an ice skater. This is like the last outfit I wore when I like actually.
This is my last ice skating outfit.
So after that, I was like, okay, I'm wearing like my workout leggings, and that is it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Favorite piece in your closet right now that's just like on repeat, on repeat, on repeat.
Okay, so I actually love these. If you could see, okay, they're like these little cropped tanks from. Yeah. I think it's like X Carla, like Times Carla. They did like a collab with Hanes. And they're $45 on Shopbop. I had them in black, white, and gray. And I wear them with like nighttime, daytime, and I love them.
Cute. Flats, heels, or sneakers?
I mean, I have to say lately I've been wearing like a flat sandal or a sneaker. It feels weird to put a heel on, like even to go to somebody's like backyard. Like I feel so weird.
It's very weird.
And the last time I did that, like last week, and I like took them right off. I'm like, I feel like I'm like dressing up for like nowhere. Like this is strange.
It's gonna be like in the ice skating outfit. People are gonna be like,
exactly.
If you could raid one person's closet, who would it be?
I think I'd have to go with, but it's like a TV character. I'd have to go with SJP in Sex and the City because
I mean,
just the way she put everything together. I was like so inspired. Like you should see pictures when I first moved to the city after college with like me and my best friend, like the layered pearl necklaces and like the bustiers, and like they look terrible now, but like we thought we were like amazing. But I just love everything. The Dior saddlebag, I still have that from like when my friends chipped in college and got me, like the little mini denim saddlebag. I just love everything she has from the show.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, very last one. What's the best thing that's happened to you this last year? And you don't have to count 2020. It can just be like the full year, because 2020's been crazy.
Okay, well, I have to say, during this whole quarantine thing, it's made me like reassess and reevaluate. I feel like so many things in my life, and like slow down almost in a way, because it's like there was nowhere else to go. And I like to control situations, and I felt like there was nothing I could do. So it was almost like a sense of like letting go and like kind of just be like, this is where I need to be right now. So like, and like enjoy the stillness, that kind of thing. And also realizing like pre-corona, I feel like I'd be running around here, I'd be grabbing a kid, I'd be going on the train, I'd be heading uptown, out till midnight, like doing things, and just I almost feel like I overextended myself and I didn't get to appreciate a lot of like smaller things. And now it's like, as we're slowly going back to more normal, like I like having more action, like what we're up to now, but not where it's like so hectic and so crazy that like I just feel like I can't catch my breath, and like, you know, it's just too much.
Yeah.
I think just realize, like really trying to be like in the moment more, and just like appreciating things. And I had like an Instagram post today about like nature. Like I never like realize like I need it. Like I go outside and I do like my Melissa Wood flows outside, or I eat lunch by myself outside, whatever it is. I'm like, I like crave that. Like going to the beach. Like I go to my parents' beach house for a lot of the summer, like just putting my feet in the sand or walking by myself on the beach. Like it's so cathartic. And like, I don't know, I guess I didn't realize I needed that.
Yeah, I agree. Presence is a huge thing for a lot of people right now. It's huge for me. Okay, so we're going to get into this. We are DIYing some jean shorts today. Yes. You are infamous for all, or you are famous for all of your awesome style hack videos. So I wanted to do something. I loved the denim one that you did the other day, but I wanted to do something a little bit more summer related. I'm going to preface this with, for everyone watching, that I thought I had baggier jeans here, but I do not. So these jeans are not going to turn out the way that yours should turn out, because you want them, I think, to look like this.
Yes.
But the ones that I'm using today are not going to look like that, because they're tight jeans, but at least we can go through the process so that everyone knows what they can do. And then,
because it's not just a straight across snip. It's not.
It is not.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's go for it.
Okay, I'm going to show you. I have my stuff here.
Okay.
I'm going to show you one thing. So here's something just to show you guys why it's not a straight across. So when you cut a hem of the jean, you can, that's straight across, which I do for a lot of my clients. That's like an IGTV I've done. If you look at these jeans, can you see that? This is like totally straight across at the waist. Look at the back. It's like 2 inches longer.
Right. So
if you cut those straight across, your butt cheeks would be hanging out basically.
Yep.
So, okay. So what you need to do is, let me show you. Now you could use a pen when you're marking.
Yeah.
Or I got this on Amazon because I do it for my clients. If they ever want me to like do their jeans or anything, it's called Tailor's Chalk. So it's a box. There's blue, red, yellow, and white. There's a bunch of them. They're like cheap, and you can basically, just like a tailor would do, if you don't want to use pen, you just go around, and they're very thin, and you mark the line.
Okay.
So I'm sure most people don't have that, but it's a good thing just to get. It's Tailor's Chalk on Amazon. So what I would do is you take your jeans. Okay, and scissors are important. So these are.
I have this and then my scissors.
Okay, perfect. So
do you want me to put the jeans on? Can I? I can step off camera and put them on.
We have the same scissors.
Oh, all right.
They're like $14 on Amazon. They're great.
Yeah, they're perfect.
Okay, so I can either just walk you through how. Do you want to put them on or no?
It's I put them on. I feel like that's the best way, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. It's not going to take me very long. Hold on.
Okay. Hi guys, this is so fun. I like seeing who's on. Okay, so these scissors that I spoke about, the brand is, I actually linked them in my profile. If you just click on the link, you'll see Livingo, Livingo, and they're $14 on Amazon. And this is the Tailor's Chalk. It's like a good thing to invest in, because there's like 12 of these, and they're just like little thin chalk, so you can mark anything with whatever you're hemming yourself.
Okay. So I'm gonna put this on a little bit so people can see. Hopefully it won't pop off. Okay. So here's my jeans. Like I said, they're tight, but you want to use a baggier pair of jeans, right?
Right. But just to figure it out. Okay. So now what I do is you look in the mirror and you figure out, or you could look in the camera, like where, now remember, they're going to fray. So they're going to get a tiny bit shorter. Okay. So like where you'd want them, right. And then I just do a few marks in the pen or in the chalk, just going across the front.
Okay.
And
also,
then,
I feel like it's important to note, right, that like you can always go shorter, but if you go too short, you can't go back.
Right. So, and you don't even need to do two. You could just do one because you're going to see we're going to fold it and then cut the other one to be the same. Right. Okay. So you just do the one leg, the front, right. And then the back is kind of hard because like, unless you can figure out, if you could actually mark like, it's going to be longer where you want it in the back because that's how jean shorts are, but just do like a little mark because then that's going to be our guide. Yep. Okay.
So should I mark longer or should I just mark the same as the?
No, don't do the same. Mark it how you like it in the back.
Okay.
Like where it would feel comfortable, almost like a couple marks, because then we're gonna like fade into the back, so it's, you'll see.
Okay. I'm going longer here because, like I said, I think that it's easier to keep going.
I agree.
I'm too scared. So these are longer than I would normally wear where I marked. Okay. But I'm gonna start longer.
Totally.
Okay.
So then you do. So that's it. Now you're gonna take. You only need to do one leg. Now you're gonna take them off. All
right. Hold on. They're a lot easier to get off than they are to get on. I'm a little tight with my quarantine weight. Hold on. Okay. And this also inspired me to clean out my denim drawer because, whoo, let me tell you.
So much, right?
It's scary. Okay.
So now you're going to button the top.
Yep.
Button. And then you're going to, yep, okay. So now put the waist completely like, you know, so it's straight across like that.
Okay.
Yep. And then you are basically going to put like a few more marks. Like you only marked probably like a little bit on the front. So make sure like the whole front's marked up now that they're off on like that line. So basically be like a straight line. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
I lost my mark. Oh, there it is. Wait a minute.
And make sure the waist is together. Like the front and the back hit completely in the same spot. Yeah, like that.
Okay. All right, so I have my mark and the waist is completely together.
Okay, so now you're going to keep them together and you're going to take your scissors. Don't cut front to back. Just cut the front along that line. So only the front of the one leg is being cut. Does that make sense?
Yep, so you're going to basically pull the fabric apart.
Yes, you're just cutting the front part.
Okay, hold on. All right, I'm cutting the front part right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Aren't these scissors the best? I love them. They're like
Can you see what I'm doing? I might need to like pull you down. Hold on.
Yeah, pull it down a little.
I'm going to prop you guys right here against this little candle. Okay. Can you see better?
No.
No. Hold on.
Okay, I see that. Yeah.
Okay. So here we have just this part in the front.
Okay. Now, if you flip it over the pants, because still keeping the waist together, we're now going to like blend into like the back part because the back is longer. Here's a pair of shorts I didn't cut, I bought. I mean, you could see the back, these are short, but the back's always longer, the back of your leg. Okay. Otherwise, your butt's hanging out.
All right, so hold on a sec. Let's see. All right, so now I'm gonna
so it's gonna end up being like almost like a little bit of like a dip.
Okay.
Because you're blending the front, which is pretty much straight, into the back, which is a little bit longer. So it's gonna be like a little bit of a dip.
Okay, so tell me the first step. So I'm gonna cut along my line that's longer than the front line.
Right. So what you don't want is the front to be like a line and then the back to be a line. So it's like a step. You don't want that. So we're just kind of blending like from the sides because it's going to get a little longer in the back. You're blending the front part to like the back part ultimately. So maybe draw with your pencil like more than the one line just so you kind of like see where it would go. Do you know what I mean? And then you're going to cut the back so it meets the front.
All right. So hold on. Let me do this here.
And all you guys need to do is one leg because the second leg is simple. That's just like folding and you'll see it's like tracing. That's nothing.
So do you, I mean, you can go straight across, but then you just curve up on the side.
You could go straight across, but if you go straight across, the back is going to be very, very short.
No, I mean like a straight, You don't need to like cut in a curve.
No, you could do straight. Yeah. Just like blending the sides a little because the front's shorter, but yeah.
Okay. All right. So I blended the sides.
Okay, perfect. Now, what you're going to do is fold it over, right? Keep your waist intact like that. You're going to fold it over. And now because the front and the back are a little bit different, you're going to cut just the front part first of the leg. Just the front of it. Exactly. So just trace, so just trace that with the pencil on the other pair of jeans.
The thing is that the back right here is like, so I don't want to trace that. So I need to trace the front part of my front cut.
Do the, exactly. You're lining the front up with the front.
Got it. So. Okay.
Trickier with shorts than jeans because jeans, like I said, it's just like, straight across. It's so much easier. Shorts, trust me, I've had so many mistakes where I've just gone straight across and then my butt's hanging out.
Same thing. We're going to pull the fabric apart and cut that front part first.
Right.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let's see here. I don't think my scissors are the same ones as yours. These are not.
Oh, no?
No, I think these are just cheap scissors, and they look.
Oh, these are great. Living Go. Living Go? Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Yes, $14 Amazon.
Yeah, just say made in China.
Oh.
All right, so I cut again like that first part.
Yep.
Just on the front.
Okay, good. And now you're left with one long leg. So now you're going to match the back up with the back.
Okay.
Yes. And then you're just going to cut across that way.
The whole time keeping the waistband.
Exactly. Because otherwise it's going to end up different lengths. Right. So the waistband always has to be together like that.
Okay. I'm marking this. And then. Now, if we want to fray this afterwards.
Yeah. So the final step is I just throw it in the dryer for like 10 minutes. And you'll see they become completely frayed. I just did it to a skirt last week. Yeah.
I think I saw that skirt. So cute.
Yeah, I got this cute Levi skirt and it was like 3/4 of an inch too long and I just didn't love it. So I did basically this trick, but to a skirt and it's perfect.
Oh my gosh. Wait, this is awesome. Hold on. I didn't blend.
Oh my God, you're scaring me.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, this is better. So, like I said, they would be really long. But I would.
Yes, that looks good though because the front's shorter.
Right.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I love it.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, it's so easy. And then you just throw them in the dryer.
Right. Exactly. It's easy.
Oh, this is so good. Thank you.
Super easy. And by the way, you're not spending, $30 to go to like your tailor or whatever and have them basically do that, which people do.
Yeah, that's crazy. I love this. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. This was so fun. Thank you for having me.
So fun. I love talking to you. And
me
too. Keep it going. And we're going to do that for sure.
We're meeting up for drinks ASAP.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you. Have a good day.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.